your ego. This is literally sick. This is sick shit that we're looking at. And we need to call it. And I've already said it. I'm called. I don't need any other kind of experts to say anything. We live under an authoritarian regime that is run by the MAGA Party. The MAGA Party is an offshoot to the Republican Party. They came into power and they run this country. End of story.
Yup, your debate is turning out to be quite
Man, his debate was on point. He did well. He could have did better, but his points were on point. Right? Like, there's no question
his vision.
About it. Yeah, for sure. He definitely is yearning to be an authoritarian. He wants to be a dictator, but he has to settle for being an authoritarian that can manipulate our justice system, our legal system, in whatever way, in our Constitution, in whatever way he can. But there's no question about what his ambitions are. Like, he's very, very fucking clear about that shit. And on top of that, he doesn't have the respect of other world leaders. They don't fuck with him like that. They don't care about what they tell him. They will come over here, receive the red carpet treatment, go over there and do whatever the fuck they want. He is not respected. They know that he could be manipulated. They know that. I feel like Putin has to have some type of leverage when it comes to Trump. Like, it always seems like he's bending the knee. Like, he's always giving him the benefit of the doubt or granting him grace, where I don't see why the fuck would you. Like, he don't give a fuck. Every time that he says, I'm done, he knows he about to smack the shit out of Ukraine again. He's like, okay, I got it. I understand. Don't sanction me. Okay, smack the fuck out of him. Fuck you think this is? Like, he don't care. So why are we acting like he does? Like, I'm confused. I don't get it.
Well, they believe the Russian propaganda that whatever Russia is saying, he believes it. I'm like, he doesn't believe what he's seeing. I'm sure he's getting footage of what's going on in Ukraine, and he just doesn't believe it. Or doesn't want to believe it. Because it's not convenient for him. I mean, his whole thing was America first. So it's like when something's not fitting into his narrative, he's going to pretend it does fit into his narrative.
Well, he did say he's disappointed. No, don't you do that again, Russia. He said he's disappointed in 4 kids dying, 600. What does 600 air weapons look like overnight? Like, they went crazy.
I'm still looking for that story.
I saw checking out what happened. Drone warfare is big with the Ukraine-Russian war. That I'm learning more about a project I'm working on, or I've been working on for past, I don't know what, 2 months now, I think. But shit's relatively speaking cheap and deadly at the same time. But the fact that Putin, this orange comb over just as Robert says, as Robert and both of y'all said, I think how we've rolled out the red carpet and what did it accomplish. And I've consistently been putting in the chats when conversations were coming up, is distraction and deflection. And just, Epstein, he's trying to run away from that. These other issues are legitimate, with the assault on the assault on our cities now, like with him trying to bring military to Chicago. I will not be surprised because of this unfortunate incident in Minneapolis. Could that be an opening for him to do that? All the while letting Putin just continue to ride roughshod over Ukraine. And what Jim and I think you said, like the other world leaders, they see his playbook. they'll come over here and like smile in his face, but I feel in a broader sense, my concern is all the positive equity that America has built up over the years with the international community is being squandered, and now we're in the negative. And once, hopefully, he's out of office, how long will it take? What will it take? How long will it take for us to get that credibility back with other world leaders?
Brian, when's he gonna be out of office?
He's
reporting out of office.
Right.
To First Lady, you made very valid points. To First Lady's question, she said she doesn't see the article, and I will put the link, but we know somebody doesn't click links. So, the title of the article is Russia launches second biggest air assault of Ukraine war, killing at least 21 and damaging EU building. The first paragraph says Kyiv, I think that's how you pronounce it, was bombarded overnight by Russia's second biggest aerial attack since its full-scale invasion of Ukraine, with at least 21 people killed, including 4 children, according to officials. Among those killed are children aged 2, 17, and 14. So that's a summary version of it.
I wasn't talking about like that. I was talking about so I could play it.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was an article. I never seen it.
Yeah, no, that's why I was saying I was searching for it so I could find something to play.
Oh, you're looking for an audio snippet. Got you. My. You sound like a OG right now.
I'm talking about my uncle.
Put on your red dress.
My.
Somebody done blocked my uncle out of this space. Y'all some dirty people.
Y'all blocked not the
No,
OG.
I'm
glad I wasn't here, so y'all know it wasn't me.
Oh, yeah, I think I
blocked
blocked him by mistake. Don't worry, guys. I'm on the block.
my block list is long, but he is not.
I don't block people. That's what's wrong with the world. I like to fight, so I don't block.
Well, I will say this. Y'all gotta be careful with y'all digital imprint. Because, when you have people in office that can go back and pull some stuff that you said previously before and talk about how great you are, and now you tell a different story, people, they don't hold true to what you originally said. Just saying. So, y'all be careful what y'all say on these tapes. Any objections?
No, if I said it to your face, I don't care. I said that. I leave footprints in business. I don't give a fuck.
Well, to your point, First Lady, one of my, I guess one of many, but raise eyebrows or just concern from reading, Project 2025's Mandate for Leadership, the sections in there where government or entities that are usually neutral and have no real oversight from the executive branch, he wants to take over. And it was spelled out in there specifically, could be concerning for any of us in here or on this app. The FCC, Federal Communications Commission, the FTC, Federal Trade Commission, but the FCC, which controls or has oversight into, our digital apps like this, TV, radio stations and whatnot. They want that under the control of the president. And that's what one of the things that he's been, vying for. So, if you look at history and how Hitler came to power in Germany, it's some of it may not be the same, but sure is rhyming. Because it's a similar thing. When you control the news media, when you control labor unions, when you can control countless other aspects of society, and then you start to, I don't know, have your former national security advisor house raided by the FBI because you don't like him. So, be careful of that overreach. And yeah, it's what
that supersedes a focus of the party in a way that other presidents haven't had before. So if people think of it that way, locals talk about him literally being like a savior, like by Jesus. So if you want to consider that too, I mean, Christians haven't talked about other presidents like that in the past. So there's a piece of it there that I see why people think that. I don't consider it a cult, but I see why people think that.
I don't see that, and I am evangelical. And I don't see that like in church. I don't know. Again, I get it's anecdotal. I see it more here on Clubhouse and maybe like on Twitter, like on social media. It's not necessarily what I observe like in my day-to-day real life when I talk to people. And I certainly understand why the term the MAGA cult rhetoric is used. I absolutely do understand it, because I do think there is this strange unwillingness to acknowledge any fault of Trump's whatsoever, and I just think that's very obtuse. But I don't know.
Sorry. I think you make a very good point, Serendipity, but I actually think that the MAGA cult sort of like idea was created by people who were like a periphery of Donald Trump, and basically tried to create this like public image of themselves. I know that obviously Donald Trump has a bit of like a personality cult thing going on, but I think like we have examples of like what happened on the set, right? Like with Ali Alexander and like
yeah, for sure.
And these people tried to create like a cult. They literally tried to create a cult on the set. Like that literally happened.
The thing of it is, to that extent, like I used that exact terminology, the Ali cult, because it was just weird. It was like some kind of weird mind control thing, the way that so many conservatives glommed onto him instantaneously. And like it was definitely very, very strange.
Yeah.
And like I said, I was guilty of using that exact terminology, the Ali Alexander cult, just because. So that's why I say, like, I understand particularly political opponents referring to MAGA as a MAGA cult. Y'all know Monica's diehard MAGA. And Monica herself, I feel like, is one of those people that has a hard time being critical of President Trump. Even the things that are obviously wrong, she will make excuses for. Whereas I've never aligned as quote unquote MAGA. I do support Trump. I voted for Trump. Like, I make no bones about that. But I also, like, I don't like Trump as a person. I never liked Trump as a person. It was really hard for me to even get on the Trump train. I think initially it was kind of like, well, he's our conservative ticket. So, like, get on the train.
The exact same vote.
Yeah. And like, even with the second election, man, during the primaries, I so bad wanted to like DeSantis. Like, I really wanted to get on that train, but he just did not impress that much. Like, I kept wanting for him to impress me, and I kept thinking he'll get better. He just never really delivered. And honestly, I didn't like any of the other options that were running against Trump in the primary. So it kind of became a dead ringer that, I knew Trump was going to grab it. And even when he grabbed it, I wasn't like, oh, yippee, this is the greatest thing in the world. I know this is going to be an unpopular opinion because I know a lot of people don't like him, but when he picked J.D. Vance as his nominee, that's when I was like, yes, cha-ching, J.D. Vance really speaks to me. I love J.D. Vance. And so I felt a lot better about my vote just because of bringing JD Vance in. And I know a lot of people don't like him, but I do.
That's really interesting because I actually I think JD Vance is fucking sick. I think that he actually could be the person that continues this movement after Trump is out of office.
And I think he would do it better.
Yeah.
I think he would do it better and with a lot less division than Trump.
What do better look like, Tim? When you say better, I'm curious.
Trump is
Is it Ron DeSantis behind Project 2025?
I don't know.
I mean, I don't even want to go into Project 2025 is just
Hold on. I want to answer Hakima's question. Hakima, did you say something else?
No, I was just saying that the Heritage Foundation behind Project 2025. No, but go ahead.
Oh. Yeah. Better. Okay. Trump is brash. He's unprofessional. I think he needs to stay off fucking social media. I think he need not be on, global news saying they don't know what the fuck they're doing. I know a lot of people, they like that about his character. Those are not the things that I like about his character. I like that he's not a lifelong politician. That's one of the reasons why I also like JD Vance. JD Vance has only been in the Senate 2 years prior to taking on the VP ticket. And you know what else I like about JD Vance is the fact that JD Vance was once a never Trumper. And he came around to supporting Trump before he was chosen as the VP nominee, a couple years before he was chosen as the VP nominee. But what that says to me is that he's willing to learn. JD Vance also had some really, really harsh opinions on abortion. And when he realized that
happened. So I don't understand how that tracks. We haven't always had this epidemic of school shootings. So this is really, if you look at charts, this all really went crazy in 2018. It jumped from 1970 to 2017. We were tracking between 10 and let's say at the highest 60 school shootings a year. That includes suicides, domestic disputes, drive-by shootings. That includes everything, okay? It's all lumped together. Then in 2018, it shot up. It doubled. It actually more than doubled. It went from 60 to 180 or something like that. 119. Okay, and then it went up from there. 2024 was the highest at 350, I believe. Don't quote me on these, in the 300s, okay? So this is this has really gone crazy in the last 5 or so years. That it is, I'm tired of people saying that, you're more likely to get hit by a car. I don't give a fuck, y'all. This is unprecedented. This is scary. If you have children in school, this is scary, okay? And I'm tired of people saying that my fears are unfounded because this is actually very, very scary situation that we're experiencing right now. And to say it's Christian related, my God, what a weird thing. We have more access to mental health than ever before.
That's so weird. It's not so weird.
Let her finish, and then you can respond to her.
All I'm saying is, sir, we are less religious than we've ever been. I don't understand. Why didn't we have an epidemic of school shootings back when we were extremely religious and kids were actually going to mass? People don't go to mass every week. They hardly ever go to mass. So I don't where's the correlation?
Yeah, that correlation definitely doesn't follow. And I agree. The only pushback I got to what you said, we do have access to more mental health, but we kind of do, but we kind of don't. There's majority of the counties, I think the stat I heard, majority of rural counties don't have a psychiatric nurse, let alone a psychiatrist. So we do, we kind of don't. And I think that one thing is, and this is a multifaceted thing. I'm not a 2A